Just a couple days before Navalny's death, I was in conversation with a woman from Russia, and she mentioned how American movies are all the same. I can understand what she's talking about, but I happen to be a person that has seen so many Russian language movies, and in its way, there is a theme. In American movies, the main character has a problem, so he fights to make it better, and in the end, he overcomes his challenges, and everything is better as a result. Now, in Russian movies, there's a problem, the main character goes through some problems where he's trying to resolve the situation, and everything comes crashing in on him, and things are worse. You can see these themes in great modern Russian movies like The Fool or Leviathan. Without a doubt, the biggest tragedy that's happened in Russia-related news of the past couple years is their invasion of Ukraine and the destruction and mayhem that's been taking place there. But somewhere beyond that, another great tragedy is the fact that thousands upon thousands of Russian people can no longer live at peace in their own homeland. Putin will talk about the tragedy that happened after the collapse of the Soviet Union, where millions of people found themselves essentially in a new country. Well, history is kind of repeating itself, and it's his fault. Some people moved to avoid mobilization. Some people moved so they can work still with foreign companies and receive that pay. Some people moved because they didn't want to live in a place where repressions take place at any given moment. I knew a girl from Russia, big on social media. Before the war happened, we were talking, and she was talking of traveling halfway across the world to come visit me. And when the war happened, she actually packed all her stuff, flew across the world, and came to where I was at. Things didn't work out, but she didn't go back to Russia. Now, on one hand, you could say she's got money, she's traveled the world, she's got fame, she's beautiful. But on the other hand, she cannot be with her family. She cannot live in her home country and earn money doing what she does. It's not a position I envy, and this girl, in essence, is in one of the best situations of all of the people from Russia that are, in essence, stuck abroad. Today I had a Russian class, and my teacher, who's about 67 years old, told me, "I don't know why Navalny left Germany. I really don't know why." Now, if I were her, I might have had the same opinion growing up in a society such as Russia, the Soviet Union. Those movies really are a reflection of the society itself. I get it. But the reason he went back, and I know a lot of Russian people get it, but that reason is to make a positive change in the country. I lost my dad 4 days before my 27th birthday. Extremely hard, huge loss, but out of this loss, I've had to create some kind of sense of meaning out of it. We're only given a certain amount of time. No one knows when we'll die, but we have to do the best we can for ourselves, those around us, so that we can make a positive difference in the world. You try to push things forward as much as possible, lead by example, and when your time is up, it's like passing the baton off to the next person, the next generation, for them to take and to repeat, to push it forward and pass the baton on in due time. We'll call this the relay race of life. I feel like this is a way to make a positive change, a difference in the world. Now, Navalny knew exactly what was going to happen when he stepped foot into Russia. I think he, like me, was also surprised when the protests started to happen, the repression started to happen, and soon after that, things just went back to normal. Now the ghost of Navalny has the baton, and he's leaning over like this. He's handing it to you. He's almost fallen to the ground. He wants you to take it, to make a better Russia, to push things forward. He knew he was risking his life, but he did it for a better Russia. The Russians are now lucky in the sense that they have the possibility to right a wrong. The response to Navalny being thrown in jail was not enough. Now they've killed Navalny. What are you going to do now? We're not always afforded a chance to right a wrong. In 15, 20 years, I would like to watch Russian movies, but see a shift in narrative. Like the woman who watched American movies and was tired of how they always turned out, I'm always tired of how the Russian movies turn out, and I want to see the Russian win. But in 15, 20 years, the movies will still probably be a reflection of Russian society, just like how they are now. And to get to a point where things are better, change needs to take place. but why wait any longer? Do it for Navalny. Do it for yourselves.